Hey, I'm Rita with Everything Homemade and welcome to the channel. We are going to make a super easy recipe today where most people think, man, this got to be really complicated, but actually it blows your mind how easy it is. So we are going to make xylitol mints. Now, if you don't know what xylitol is the sugar form found in birch trees. There is so many studies out there proving how good it is for your teeth, especially when you come to like Norway or the Europe countries. They use it instead of fluoride. So if you want something that really helps your teeth and you don't like using fluoride, definitely look at xylitol. Research is out there. Go Google it. And it is astounding the benefits of xylitol. Now, I'm going to be using xylitol derived from birch trees. You can get xylitol from corn. It is cheaper, but I prefer it from birch trees. Totally personal preference and completely up to you. Now, a big caution here, okay? Xylitol is deadly for dogs, so do not make these with your pooch around you. Do not store these where your dog can, even chew your container. Do not have it anywhere where you think your dog can have access to it. A very small amount will kill your dogs. So please proof your house and store these away. I don't want any harm coming from you making these and your dog gets into it. My heart would absolutely break. Really, these mints have 2 ingredients. That is it. 2 simple ingredients. 1, xylitol. Second ingredient, whatever you want your mints to taste like. If you want peppermint mints, use peppermint essential oil. I mean, you can even save on the cost and just use peppermint extract if you would like. I prefer the essential oil, so I make sure I have internal grade essential oil, and that's what I'm going to be using. If you can make these orange, you can make them vanilla in flavor. Man, sky's the limits. Find whatever flavoring you want to add into your mints, and that's exactly what you are going to put in there. I prefer peppermint because when am I going to be eating these? Right after a meal. I'm going to pop one in my mouth and get the benefits of xylitol right away, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I want a nice fresh breath, so peppermint is my obvious choice. So that is it. Some xylitol from birch trees and peppermint essential oils. So first thing you're going to do is just take your xylitol and a pot. However much xylitol you have is how much is going to go into the pot. Now this is all I have, which is about 1.5 cups. So I got to place my order, definitely get some more, but that's all I have today. So guess what? That's what we're making. Now we're going to take this and head to the stove. So the key thing here is to make sure that your xylitol is on medium-low heat. You need to just get this melting. Now you don't want it to boil or anything like that, but you do want it in its liquid form. So basically it's just a waiting game now. We just need to get this warmed up so it melts, and then the next step will come. So once your xylitol has completely melted and looks like this, we are ready to go. Now at this point, you need to deal with this quickly because xylitol sets up really fast. And you can even see that on my spoon right here, how fast it sets up, because this isn't actually touching the warm pot. It's cooling down and it's already setting. So you really want to move quickly. So now let's head back to where we are going to pour this mixture into molds. So now just before we pour this into molds, I do have my peppermint essential oil, and I had about 1.5 cups. Now it does melt down. I'm going to add about 10 drops in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10. Take out some molds. Now these are just chocolate molds or silicone molds because I do make chocolate, so I have them on hand. You do not need molds. You can just have like a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper and do tiny drops on it. No big deal, but I do have them, so I'm going to use them. I use a cutting board to keep my molds sturdy, and so we're not all flimsy here. So let's do this. Nothing special here. I'm just using the back of a knife, just a butter knife here, just to spread this on. There you go. Okay, so this one is done. Now I'm going to work on this one here. Okay, so I have a little bit of extra, and so I want to put some right onto my other mold here. So I'm just going to go straight across and get anything extra onto it, just like that. And I'm just going to get a spatula now, and I'm just going to scrape everything out of this pot as I can. And I'm just going to, look at that, look how fast it's setting up. You see that right there? So I am just going to change direction of these. And so you got two options here with this. You can leave it at room temperature, and honestly within an hour or two it'll completely harden, like it's already starting. Or you can just put it in the fridge, and within 30 minutes it's going to be ready to pop out. So I'm just going to put mine in the fridge for 30 minutes, and then I'll come back and pop them out. Take a look at these. So some are done and some are not quite set up yet, but I thought I would show you the finished stage and the in-between stage. So this is the finished stage, and you can see how it turns white, and you can also tell that they easily pop out just like that. Okay, so that's a finished stage. And you can see on this one as well. And this one here is not quite at that finished stage. You can see how clear it is. And when you try to pop it out, look how goopy it is. Okay, so this one's not quite ready yet. But I thought I would just take this aside, because I'll just let it set up some more and just pop some of these out so you can see them. Just like that. So they should easily pop out, just like that. And all these little crumbs right here that you see, you can definitely use this as well. Don't just throw that away. That would be such a waste. Isn't that cute? So again, they should just easily pop out just like that, and then done. Some of these aren't 100% done, so I'm just going to leave this one as well. If they come out a little sticky, they're not 100%, but this gives you a really, really good example of what they look like. And so what I'm going to do is I have another one of these containers. I'm just going to take these, fill it up, and then I have mints ready for one for after every single meal. And I fill up my jar, just like that. So now I have finished mints. I can just store them in this container. At room temperature. They definitely don't need to go in the fridge. And then it's done. How simple was that? So thank you so much for watching this video, and check out our website, everything-homemade.com. There you'll find my cookbooks, Everything Stevia and Everything Whole Wheat Sourdough. You'll also find my gardening series. You will find my fiction. All my books are on there with links to either buy the ebook on the website or head to Amazon to purchase it there. And also check out what's new for 2026. Now I have launched the Homesteading Training Academy. And yes, I am your teacher, and what I really want to is empower people who want to homestead. But maybe you don't know where to begin. Maybe you don't know how to raise chickens, you know, in the north like I do. Maybe you don't know how to raise quail. You don't know how to get started with a small herd of cattle. Maybe you want to milk but don't know how. Maybe you don't know if you're really ready for it. And I have Homesteader for a Day, where you can actually shadow me from 6 a.m. all the way to 9 o'clock at night and learn what I do in a day. Whatever is planned for that day. We could be gardening, we'll be definitely milking, we'll be making cheese, we'll be dealing with chickens and quails, and you name it, you will have a bit of my life for that day. And that will give you a real look at what homesteading is all about. Plus, you can ask a million questions as we work. You can learn how to make cheese and so forth. There's so much on there. But what's really cool is that there's no certain time. So you get in contact with me. All my info is on the all my info is on the Academy, and we will book a time that fits your schedule, and you will be able to experience whatever you pick. And some are just a couple hour training, others are half a day. So really, it's a really cool experience. If you don't live in Northern Alberta but still want to ask questions, we can FaceTime. That is such an option. I mean, I can talk about chickens, FaceTime you. We can go into the coop using FaceTime. We can do a lot of training over FaceTime, including milking and everything. So don't just think that if you're not near me that this is a closed door. If you really want some of my expertise on gardening or any kind of homesteading topic, then feel free just to message me. So that is something really, really cool that I have launched. And again, everything's on the website, everything-homemade.com, and just text me or send me an email. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.